Hello, happy Sunday everybody. Welcome to our yoga flow, our Sunday sun salutation. I thought we'd start standing up today, just for a bit of a change. We've started the first few weeks seated. So if you were getting all comfy and you're sitting there cross-legged already, stand up. We're just going to do some warming up through the body, and then we'll do a bit of an energizing yoga flow for your Sunday. So let's just start. Take our hands to prayer, or my rugby player prayer if you prefer. It is Sunday, so maybe we can do Namaste Mudra. And what I want you to do first of all is just breathe out through your heels. I think I've mentioned this before, but maybe if you're comfortable to do so, just bring your eyes to close and think about taking a big breath in, growing an inch, and then as you exhale, just breathing out through the heels. Just sending the weight back a little bit. And what that does, keep going, grow an inch as you inhale, exhale, breathe out through the heels. And what this does is just sort out your frame to your kind of more less adapted posture, put it that way. So the pelvis comes forward a little bit. We automatically engage the quads and the patella a little bit. And we also engage the core muscles. See if we can relax the shoulders and just keep breathing out through the heels as I'm talking. Just do one more big breath. Really feel the connection with the floor. And then just blinking the eyes open if you've had them closed. We're just going to take the hands up. We're going to do our sun salutation in a moment, but for the time being, as we exhale, just drop off to the right for me. Just come into a little Chandrasana pose, a lateral stretch. So you'll feel this all the way through the left side body. We're still warming up, so not too extreme, because we've got our right hand raised as well. This can be a little bit extreme if we go too far. And as we inhale, just draw navel to spine, come all the way up. And then as we exhale, let's go over to the other side. So drop the skin of the back, one of my favorite yoga phrases. Just taking the shoulders away from the ears here. Just take another breath. And then as we exhale, just bring ourselves up to the midpoint. We're going to take our hands behind us now. I'll just turn to face the side so you can see. Just rest the hands on the lower back. Inhale, grow an inch, and then exhale, just open the chest up to the sky. So I like calling this a chest opener rather than a back bend. Just because a back bend, we can sometimes bring on a compression in the lower back. Here we just want to lift and open. And then as we exhale next time, just draw navel to spine. We're going to take the feet hip width apart and then just roll down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, until we can go no further. So maybe the hands are touching the floor, maybe you're higher up. Just take the hands over the elbows and just rock the body around the legs. So you might be, just work at whatever level you're at. You may be further down, but let the head be heavy. And just feel that rotation. Just see where that's firing in the back. And then just bring the hands down to the ground and roll up through the spine and roll the shoulders back. If we're not already, just take a step forward to the front of your mat. We're going to go with 4 sun salutations today to warm up. So breathe out through the heels, get that posture right, and then next time we inhale, we're taking our hands high. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, half rise, looking up to stretch the hamstrings. Then plant the hands and step back on the right and left to meet it into high plank. Let's chat around it down, knees, chest, chin on one move. Inhale, keeping those elbows tucked into the side before pushing back in down dog. And we can pad the feet here. Feel free to walk the dog. The head is heavy. We're looking back at our knees, maybe to our tummy. And just taking these nice big breaths. And then push the heels down. Spread the hands out on the mat. And then the next time we inhale, we're going to walk, step, or jump the feet forward. So don't worry if you can't straighten the legs yet. As we inhale, we find a straightening. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push the floor away, and then bring the hands to prayer. And keep going, so we're finding our flow today. Exhale to swan dive down. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, stepping back on the left, then the right to meet it. And chaturanga down. Keep those elbows in. It's not a press up, but keeping it in. Activating some different muscles from the usual. And then pushing back into down dog. Think about breathing into the belly as we rest here. If you're inclined to walk the dog again and paddle out, then please do so. Just do whatever feels right for you. I'm here to guide you, but if you feel like doing something else, an adaptation, feel free. Within reason, of course. Don't go sitting on the sofa and lighting a cigarette. That's not a yoga pose. But let's take a nice big breath in. And then the next time we exhale, we're going to come forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, looking up at the horizon. Exhale, forward fold, and then coming up, bringing our hands to prayer. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stepping back to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And just breathe into the belly. Just need to talk a little bit less, just so you can concentrate on your breathing in this vinyasa flow. On the next inhale, we're just walking the feet forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then 3 big inhales and exhales, inflating the belly as we go. Push those heels down as you exhale. And then we'll get ready to walk the feet forward, and we'll meet in our half rise. Exhale to forward fold, inhale, and then bring the hands to prayer. Let's keep flowing from here. So we take a nice big breath in, exhale. Inhale, half rise, exhale. If you want, you can jump the feet back into plank. Little variation, and chaturanga down, either knees, chest, chin, or one move. So do what feels right for you today, and we'll meet in dog. And then lift up the right leg. We're going to crunch knee to nose as we exhale, and then send it back as we inhale. And then knee into the right elbow, and then send it back. And then into the left elbow, and send it back. And then crunch that knee into the nose, step it through between the hands, and just place the body in warrior one. So in warrior one, the hips are facing forward. And we just create space in between the shoulders and the ears. We're not raising the hands up with the shoulders coming along with them, just drop it down. Take a breath. As we exhale, take the hands behind us and stretch through the shoulders. Push the shoulder blades in towards each other before bringing the hands overhead towards the floor. The head's looking back at that left foot on the ground, and if you can, make sure that you're not rolling all the weight over to the big toe. Let's lay that flat out on the floor. And then as we inhale, let's bring ourselves all the way back up. And just windmill the arms to find warrior two. Inhaling. Exhale. I did a little shoulder release there. It's just nice to feel a little bit of a dropping of the back skin. And then turn the front palm and come all the way back into our reverse warrior. So here my right knee is making its way swaying as much as it can to the right side of the mat. Lovely open hip position. And then come forward into Parsvakonasana. So all these poses just create space in the body this morning. We're taking a breath or two in each one. Just working on the exhale to increase the stretch. And then the hands are coming down to frame the right foot, and we step back into plank. Chaturanga, and then into our cobra. And then we'll do that same flow on the other side. Can you remember it? Let's lift up the left leg. Exhale, crunch knee to nose, and then send it back. And then into the left elbow. Send it back, nearly said right. And now into the right elbow. And send it back. Crunch knee into nose, step that foot through between the hands. And don't worry if you need to do a little bit of jiggery pokery and grab the foot and bring it through. Just lunge at wherever you feel the stretch, dropping the shoulders down. At the same time, just making sure the tummy muscles are activated here. As we exhale, let's take the hands behind us and push the shoulders away. If this is too much, grab the elbows and then forward fold all the way over into our humble warrior. Again, think about the right foot this time. Can we distribute the weight throughout the right foot? Inhaling and exhaling. Before we inhale, lift up through the spine and find our warrior two pose. So look down the middle finger of the left hand there and just feel like a nice strong warrior. As we exhale, turn the front palm and come all the way back into our reverse warrior this time. So again, this time the hips are facing the side of your mat. You're nice and open here. And then as we exhale, we're finding Parsvakonasana, which is ultimately a straight line from the tips of the right fingers all the way down to the left toes. And we want to try and spin the rib cage up to the sky here. Take a nice big breath. And then exhale, just pop the hands down to the ground and find our high plank. Let's chaturanga down. You're in one staff if you wish. Otherwise, into cobra. And let's meet in our down dog position. Let's have the feet here. Unless you want to find stillness, if you're enjoying that hamstring stretch, calf stretch, ankle stretch that stillness gives you, just hang out there. Otherwise, let's raise up the right leg and get ready again to do our core exercise. So exhale, chin to nose, and come back. Exhale into the right elbow, and then send it back, and then into the left elbow. Send it back. Step the foot through in between the hands, and this time keep the back toes raised. So we might want to stay here in our lunge. This might be enough. Otherwise, we can put the knee down. Or if we want to work at a higher level, just bring the hands from the ground. Push the heel to the back of the room, however. And let's take our hands round behind us. And just as we did at the beginning, see if we can open that chest up to the sky. It may feel like a really small move, but we're finding core strength. Can you tell we're doing a little bit on core today? And then as we exhale, we're bringing ourselves forward. We're just finding our prayer position with our hands, and see if we can just come into a twist from here. So popping the top of the left arm onto the right knee and twisting around. Still in our runner's lunge. If at any point you want to put that back knee down, feel free. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Push through the right hand to find a greater twist. And then see if we can just release the left hand and take the right hand high. So 3 poses in our Anahatasana pose. Push that heel all the way to the back of the room. Take one more breath. And then as we exhale, let's pop that hand to the mat. And step on back. Ready for a chaturanga? If this is too much, just do a cat-cow. Keep the breath flowing. I don't mind, within reason, what you do. Let's find dog. And before we change our mind, behind. Let's lift up the left leg. As we exhale, crunch knee to nose, send it back. And then into the left elbow, send it back. Exhale, right elbow, send it back. And then crunch knee to nose. And again, feel free to bring that foot through yourself. That works. If we want, we can stay here. Otherwise, just bring the body upright. Again, option always to drop that back knee. And as we exhale, take the hands behind us, and then just look up towards the ceiling. Opening the throat, bringing the shoulder blades in towards each other at the back. Taking a breath. Sinking a little lower into that lunge. And then as we inhale, bringing our hands to prayer and finding a twist. See if we can keep that balance. If it's hard to balance, just pop the back knee down. That will help you out enormously. And just come into that lunge. Take a big breath, inhale. And then as we exhale, next time, just take the right hand to the mat and look up to the fingers of the left hand. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Exhale, popping that hand down to the mat and stepping back into our plank. See if we can hold our plank pose here just for a couple of breaths. And more if you like it. If you're enjoying plank, just stay here. Just push the heels to the back of the room throat. That engages the core much, much more. And when you're ready to exhale, just keep those elbows tucked in and lay the body down on the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, chin to the mat. Tuck the toes under and maybe come back to child's pose now. Just release the lower back in our child's pose. Well, I just subconsciously did a sigh out there. Feel free to do the same. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. We're just going to bring in a neck stretch. So take the right hand behind you to the toes and just look to your right hand side. If this is too much in your back, feel free just to bend the left arm. Have the left arm wherever it wants to be. And we're not stopping our flow. We're just restoring. We're stretching through the neck. And then let's swap it around. So let's extend the right hand and take the left hand behind us. And just as we take a couple of breaths here, just restoring, re-energizing the body with the breath, we call it prana. We're just bringing in a little bit of a neck stretch. Can you be very aware of how that feels in the neck? Or maybe it's the upper back that you can feel this. And then we're just going to bring our hands to the mat again and just do a little work in dolphin. So let's come up onto forearms. So we're making a triangle shape with our elbows and our arms. Tuck the toes again, under again, and then push back. Almost like we're doing down dog, but we're on our elbows this time. Now we've loved kicking our legs about so much, we're just going to do it again. So we're going to inhale, raise that right leg high. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, use the breath. Bring that knee towards the top of the right arm. Send it back. Exhale, crunch the tummy in, left arm, and then send it back. Hop it down, and let's just do it on the other side. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, into the left arm, and send it back. And then to the right arm, and send it back. And then drop that foot down again. Relax onto the knees, and we're just going to come up into all fours and do our trusty cat-cow. Inhale, and exhale. So a little bit of strength work here for the abs, and I hope you'll be able to feel that. And now for the shoulders and the arms. Just regaining upper body strength. One more cat-cow. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. And then we're just going to swing around onto our bottom and just do a couple of big stretches and twists. So just flex the feet if we can. As we exhale, just forward fold. Really important, always, particularly if you're a rugby player, to stretch through our hamstrings. So we just want to find that stretch wherever it suits us. Try and keep a straight back rather than a rounded back, rounding the shoulders. Just open up the shoulders, and it may well be that we just feel that we are moving an inch forward with each exhale. A fraction of an inch. It also might be that our legs are still bent. That's okay. As we exhale, we just work to straighten the legs as we breathe. Or you might be feeling a bit more flexy this morning, and we can find a little bit more length all the way through the back line of the body. Wherever we are, we're going to take one breath. Inhale, exhale, give it a good shot. And then just come up into a sitting position. Bring your right leg with you, and we're going to find that twist. Hug the right knee with the left arm, and just twist to face the back of the room. So I'm still stretching out my hamstrings on the left because my foot is flexed. And with each inhale, I sit up a little bit straighter. I exhale and twist to face the back of the room. So all of this is to create space in the body. If we have space in the body, we've hopefully got some space in the mind as well. We inhale and we exhale. And then come all the way back around to the midpoint. And then we'll just swap it around. So let's bring in the left foot and hug that knee. So my left hand is behind me now. As I inhale, I sit up straight. As I exhale, I find the twist. And see if this is different, this side, as opposed to the other side. You might find that it's easier or maybe harder this side. Take a nice big breath. Sit up straighter, exhale, find that twist. What's happening with the right foot? Just turn those toes up, give it your full attention, and then come all the way back around to the midpoint. Very good. Let's just roll down onto our backs now. Maybe we want to hug our right knee, just bring that in, and then place it on the mat, and then the left knee, just give it a hug. Stretch out those muscles, just working at the level that suits you. And then just bring both feet to the floor. We're just going to take our knees over to the right hand side, and take your head over to the left. And now we're moving into the restorative part of our practice. So we're just going to take a couple of, we can even sigh out here. Inhale and sigh out, and let go. Just allow yourself to feel that stretch. Make sure the mind hasn't wandered off to concerns of the day. Just see if we can stay on the mat, stay with the breath, stay with the body. And then as we inhale, let's bring the knees up, and then over to the other side. Take the head along the right hand side, so to the right hand side rather. Knee that inside right. And we can sigh out if we want. A nice big inhale, and then exhale. Where do you feel this? I feel it sort of really through my side on the right. It seems to bother me a little bit more than the other side. What about you? And then as we inhale, just bring the knees up. Very good. And get ready for our Savasana now. So feel free to hug that right knee in, and then just lay it out on the mat. And then left knee, and just lay it out on the mat. And then just allow the shoulder blades just to rest on the floor. We're turning the palms of the hands up. And we can either look up at our ceiling, but if you're happy to, just close your eyes. So Savasana is corpse pose. It's a surrender position. So if you're happy to do so, and it's available to you to do so, stay laying down. And we just want to notice how we're feeling today after our yoga practice. Is there any change, either positive or negative, from 25 minutes ago? How do you feel in the body? How do you feel in the mind? And see if we can more ably root our attention to the breath as we lie here. A little bit of mindful breathing as our meditation today. Filling the lungs as we inhale. Hopefully the belly expands, and then exhale. Just think about letting go, just sighing out and releasing anything negative from the body, anything that blocks us as we exhale. And each and every time we inhale, we're drawing in prana, we're drawing in all the good stuff from the universe. Prana is a Sanskrit word for life force. It's more than breath. So think about filling up with compassion and love. Everything's sunshiny today. And just as we exhale, letting out anything that blocks us from feeling positive at all points. Ultimately, we want to be present, because if we can be in the moment, we tend to be healthy. It tends to be that everything is okay. It's worrying about the future or replaying what's happened in the past that causes us suffering and discomfort and unhappiness. So a good way to do this is just by being present in the breath. And it's a practice. So just give it a few more rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. And just note how easy that is to focus the mind on the breath. And if you get distracted and the mind wanders off, then just draw it back. This is a good spend of time, I promise. And I'm going to be quiet just for a few rounds of breath, so just so you can practice, just so you can concentrate. Take 3 cleansing breaths now, just to end our practice. So just take a nice big breath in, and then open our mouth. We're going to sigh out 2 more times. Make sure you can hear that breath. And then just wiggle the fingers and toes. And just stretch as you need to stretch. What do you need to do? You might want to take your arms overhead, or point or flex the feet, whatever you want to do. And then just roll over onto your right hand side, just like you were rolling over in bed. And then push up into a seat. I've chosen cross-legged today, but you might just want to sit down any which way. Bring the hands to prayer. And just see if we can sit as straight as we can. Just see if there's a little bit more space in the body. Thank you so much for joining us this happy Sunday. Namaste.